I was really hoping Coco wasn't on this section of the course because it can get quite tough. Welcome along to another Lama Rides live stream. And it's April Fool's 2021 on Zwift. We have the big wheel again. The big wheels, the trikes. Something we saw 6 years ago on Zwift for April Fool's 2015. They're back, they're wobbly, and so am I. So I thought I'd jump on and show people what it's all about, just in case you missed your Zwift ride today, or you're not near your setup. Here's what the craziness is all about. So yeah, I am on the rocker plate. It's rocking as it does. Well, that's a good question about do the trikes affect the race, because the drop shop has effectively been looted today of wheels. When you go over to the drop shop, you can't select any wheels. That's it. There's no wheels. It's just the trike. And when you select the bike, all you get is a trike and in just different colours. That's it. Now there's some Tron trikes. And then there's normal trike. Oh great, they want on the climb already. So much for a warm-up. Actually, Cadence climbs pretty slow, so we're good. I'm not sure what selects the Tron trike. Check out my latest video on the rocker plate. It was uploaded just about 2 hours ago or so. My thoughts haven't changed on rocker plates. They do a bit of this. That's about it. Outdoors riding along. Unfortunately, my bike doesn't do that. Outdoors riding along. It's rock solid. And I put everything into my technique to make sure it's rock solid. Because if I'm riding outdoors like this, it's either really windy or I'm doing something wrong. If you watch the video closely, the part where I talk about the sprints and a few of the race tactics, that was provided so you could see the rocker plate in action. And the majority of the time, and you'll see it here, most of my energy is going to counteract what the bike wants to do, which is slop towards the side that I'm pedaling down on, which is kind of weird. Anyhow, rocker plates are rocker plates. Dinosaurs. So Cadence is on one of these trikes. I have 2 questions I want to answer on the trikes tonight. Again, it's always about testing things. I want to know more. First up, when we go to the drop shop and change bikes, it gives us a trike today no matter what. Is there a mountain bike trike? Or do the attributes from the mountain bike get set in the trike bike that we're on? Or sorry, in the trike bike that we're on here. So I might head to the dirt later on. And secondly, does steering work with the trikes? It'd be very disappointing if you were to purchase a Sterzo Smart and it doesn't work for an entire day. So we'll see. I'll hook up the steering device later on too. But for now, crank out a few watts here. Drop some ride-ons. And we'll say g'day in chat. So if you're in chat, say g'day. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how many Ks you've done today on your trike. Whew. 3 power meters tonight. There's no, it's just the trike. So all you get today is the big wheels. Our Fitfile podcast finished up about 12 months ago. It was too much work for me. Heaps of fun to do. We had to be careful about what we talked about. We know a lot of things under NDA or testing and things. But it was just too much work for... Yeah, there was zero income from that. So time better spent on the YouTube content. Pay the bills, that's it. That's the reality. Much easier when someone else produces a podcast. That's why the Zwiftcast works so well for me. We dial in, We chat for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and that's my contribution done. It's great. All right, Trike fans. Oh, come on, Cadence. And even the wheels are wonky. Given how far ahead of we are Cadence? Oh, not too far. I was going to stop and enable the steering. We'll do that later on. Nearly 5 AM on the East Coast, US. Just waking up to the new month. Check the wobble. Well, I did late join a race today and that threw me on the trike. Wobble, wobble, wobble. With the bobble crew. Hey Abby, how you doing? Avatar core control needs work, absolutely. They're all going to have necks like rugby players tomorrow. Or they'll be at the chiropractor. Yeah, funny you should mention a permanent trike. Hand cyclists and recumbent riders have been calling for their avatars to be represented in game for many, many years. And one of the first comments that I saw today posted online was, well, we can get trikes pretty easily for April Fools. How about the rest of us who have a requirement to ride those kind of bikes? So now they have the avatar sitting like they're riding a Harley Davidson. There's no reason why they shouldn't have hand cyclists in game either. The big wheel pack dynamics are hilarious, yeah, especially this part. See the sprint on Crook then. Was that out of the saddle? Can you actually get out of the saddle and sprint? Oh, my little dude didn't. Crook, I saw it. I saw the out of the... Was that out of the saddle? I'll have to give it a short... They do stand up. Oh, that's going to be hilarious. Now I just have to get a decent camera angle. Oh, look out, I'm on the rocker plate. I could end up on my face. Ready? Oh my god. He's teabagging the top tube, sprinting. Oh, that's made my day. Oh, that's got to hurt doing that for too long on one of those bikes. Wouldn't want to go over any potholes or anything. Not sure the bike fitters would be too happy with that toe point. Teabagging the top tube. Quality content here on the Gplama channel. If you want to see some half quality content, I'll give this about a 25% rating. Uploaded just before. Do these wobbly plates affect power readings in regards to calibration or the auto spin downs, etc.? That was a bit of fun doing that. A different angle on rocker plates. I've reviewed them before. Is that you again, Crook? You're smashing your bits up against the stem there and latch on. Oh, jeez. Oh, did you notice the tilt? Okay, that's pretty cool. See, it's the little things like that. See them tilting around the corner? Just the little things. I think ever since Jarvis days, one thing Zwift got right was the avatar. It doesn't look too unrealistic. In regards to the, the bum wiggle, upper body movement. Well, this looks a bit weird, of course, but even the tilt of those, the trikes. Jarvis the bear going for a climb. Alright, if you missed it, I will we'll go and say how do you do to the top tube again with another sprint. You ready? That's mighty uncomfortable. That's mighty uncomfortable. Not for me, for little digital llama. Can we throw an elbow? No, so none of the avatars, gestures or anything work. The digital llama has hair because I can't. Well, I could, but it wouldn't be mine. I could got a wicked mullet at the back, but we'll leave that one for my little llama. He's got a full head of hair. Aero helmet crook. Marginal gains. Geez, where's Coco? Come on, Coco. Actually, that's a good point. Can I try the multicolour for the Tron? But if I select the Tron, we'll go through the jungle. Oh, sorry, the flats, heading towards the jungle. That's where I want to know if the mountain bike version of this is faster. And then we'll throw some steering on too and have some real fun with this. Zero updates on the Shimano right-hand side power accuracy. As I thought, it's a fundamental issue with the design of the crank. Nothing to do with the sensors. The sensors are proven. Put them on the left, they're okay. Put them on the right, but you can't make a power meter out of a potato. You can make chips, not a power meter. It'll be very interesting to see what Shimano do with the next version of Dura-Ace, if they can get that shipping. All they need to do is put a little groove on the inside, or something. And there's going to be a lot of other power meter manufacturers out of business. They're on borrowed time anyway, using someone else's crank set. You're not able to use the microwave, no. How come they have flags? How come they have flags? Why not? Ah, the other ones have flags and we don't? Okay, so the Tron ones don't. I want a flag. Crook hasn't got a flag. Crook, you do have a flag on my screen though. This is so silly. I wonder how many people are genuinely angry that they've gotten to level 42 or level 44 and finally be able to unlock the drop shop. They jump in there and there's no wheels and only trikes. Oh yeah. Microwave is off limits when we're recording data with Ant Plus. Faux shizzle. Van Hove, you got a bit of a shine going on at the back. Yeah, so I did end up buying a new microwave, hoping the problem would be solved. Apparently the new microwaves also cook at the same frequency. Ha, duh, of course they do. I was hoping the new microwave would have better shielding. Nope. We'll have to get some lead paint for the walls. Okay, this is going to be funny, rolling past everybody here. We get some ride-ons, will we? Imagine if this was your first day on Zwift. Okay, I've spent $2,000 on my trainer, I've got a $6,000 bike, everything, so I've watched all the videos. gone through all the FAQs, I've paid my money. What the hell bike have they put me on? And you click through all the menus, look at you click through the menus, you'd have to be raging pretty hard. I wonder if Peloton do something like this. I wonder if all the presenters just get dressed up or something, or present backwards maybe for the day. I don't know if Peloton have a sense of humour. Apparently they don't, according to the emails they send me. Anyhow. Hey, there's a... the runners are now in these spacesuits, so Zwift are all about recycling. These trikes are from 2015. Those spacesuits were from... was it Halloween last year? Put the microwave in a Faraday cage. Yep. I have to build one. What's the... what size mesh would I need to mesh out the walls? Is it just... what's the... is it... 2.4 gig. What will I need? Trying to look cool while writing this. So what we'll do now is we'll go through, whilst laughing at everyone all along the way, we'll go to the jungle. And we'll ride this bike and then swap to the mountain bike, which still gives me one of these bikes, just to see if the attributes have changed or not. I need to get over an hour of riding in tonight, so I'll be here for a while. Feel free to jump in the chat and say good day. Yes, Zwift are sneaky with the patches. I think the published changelog is probably the tip of the iceberg of what actually does change. Yeah, ANT plus issues plus Bluetooth. They seem to come and go with patches and things. It'd be nice to be kept a little bit more informed on those at a technical level, but what do you do? Hey, Romania. I just ordered an Ngco 4S version for my new bike. It should be accurate enough. Yes. Yes and yes. My video that went out about 2 or 3 hours ago. Again, back to the Ngco. It hasn't proven itself not to work. And I'm making inquiries and getting myself a second one. They're seriously, they just work. The Auto Zero works fine. The battery housing on this one, the Ngco, it's been fine for me. Yep, I'd happily ride a second one, so that should be popping up on the other bike soon. Ian, I have made some inquiries about the support for the Kicker 5 Direct Connect on Zwift. I can confirm 100% the ball is with Zwift on this one. So feel free to raise a support ticket, make a noise, hassle them, shake the doors. I've tried. I'd love to have a wide kicker. First of all, because I could do a video about it and do another Lama lab test on the Kicker 5. And secondly, there'd be no dropouts whatsoever. It would all just work. Look at these heads bobbling away. As soon as it's released for Zwift, I'll let everybody know. It'll be up here on the channel straight away. I mean, obviously, it's a trainer that I use quite a lot. And it's the platform that I use quite a lot. Mr. Dodge fractured ankle. Well, enjoy the stream. Enjoy the laughs and rest up. Well, all these Zwifters get fractured necks from doing this all day. There's another sprint. That is hilarious. Just the other kits. There's one, someone sitting down on their bike. Ah, good stuff. All right. Let's see if we can enable some steering. Now I haven't paired the steering, so where are we with power at the moment? Thank you, Nicholas. Well, we are all over the shop with power, actually. I have done 2 sprints, but 20 minutes. It might be time to zero these power meters. Maybe just time to zero one of them. Alrighty. Okay, so I'll pull up short here. That way we can go over to the steering. Wait for it. Come on. Come on, do your thing, steering. Well, that searches for what it should be searching for. I'll jump out of these and do a zero. Oh, rocker plate. Okay, one thing about rocker plates is they're a little different to stand on and off the bike with. Okay. Hey, do you see what I see? Of course you do. You're watching the stream. Calibrate. No signal. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. It's got signal. Come on. Okay, we're back. Steering off. Steering device disconnected. Come on, Bluetooth pairing. Do your thing. Yes, actually, I'm not sure about the trikes for races. I did a late join of Tour of Watopia earlier today, and I was on the trike. Others weren't, but it could have been a timing thing. In Australia, we're ahead of most of the world timing-wise. So it might have been just that. Not sure. Not sure. It'd be pretty funny if it was. We'll try again. Oh, here we go. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, we're on, activating. Come on, do your thing. Do your thing. Hey! Steering off. Oh, come on. Hump day ride, guys. No, it hasn't taken for the steering. I think it's more of a pairing issue rather than a support issue. I want to know if the trikes steer. I hope they're still so smart too. Will that go on the rocker plate? Oh, it's all happening tonight. Well, we'll try that in a moment if that doesn't work. Hey, come on. Oh yeah, pairing issues. It's a thing. It's not activating it. Kick a bike steering via ANT Plus, I don't think it'll happen. Bluetooth is a much more open protocol. ANT Plus would need to add that as a known profile. I think everything's moving towards Bluetooth now. Which beats me because nothing works. Let's just ride our bikes for now. This thing might go to sleep. We'll try again later. So Tour of Watopia, Scott says, puts you on normal bikes. Okay. You kind of forget you're on a trike until you go past somebody on one and you're like, what the? Oh, that's right. My line of sight is up the road always. That's why I can't stand the text being right in the center of the screen when it pops up when people are chatting away. As ride leaders, I'd rather it be in the lower third. Or maybe just in the companion app. Because my eyesight is like it is out in the road. You look ahead. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on some of the streams later on where people are entering races and things. If they're on trikes, it'll be hilarious. Runners in spacesuits. We mightn't see too many runners out here. They're more in town. Now, if you haven't seen the sprint It looks hilarious. Little things. The little things. Oh, no trikes. Oh. Drop some Rideons. The bike. Oh, there we go. He's a runner. Runner up. Whoa. That's unfortunate when your arms are inside your own suit. Looks very weird. So there's the runners today. Hey, Grant. Grant has steering. Little icon. Let's get back here. You can see Grant's icon there with a little steering wheel. Come on, Grant. Throw some Uis, mate. I just can't get mine paired for the moment. I'm surprised these aren't optional. Where it just says, you know, just for your first ride today, this is what you'll have. Or, you know, do you want to participate, yes or no? I mean, if you're a serious athlete without a sense of humor, you're going to have a bad day today on Zwift. At 14Ks already. Well, these bikes aren't slow. Let's see if we can have any more luck with this steering. Come on, do your thing, do your thing. Hey, guess what? We're on. Ready? Are we ready? I haven't pressed the button yet. Does the trike steer? You're about to find out right now. Oh, shit. Oh, it does. There we go. Very slowly. Oh, disappointment turns into mediocre celebration because it's just a digital bike steering. But I'm having fun. Sweet. Now we can cause havoc. Drunk Llama all over the shop. So what does that look like from behind? We watched Wolf of Wall Street last night. Here's the dude on the super ludes or whatever they were driving home in his right Ferrari, crashing into everything. So there's me up the road there. And there's a rock face. God damn it. Here we go, we're back. Totally unscripted this. Pairing issues and all. So I'm using the stereo, which is the little handlebar button device from Keith Wakeham and Titan Labs. Beta firmware. Allows steering. Now, I'm going to have to check on the licensing for this. I believe Elite had exclusivity through to, I think it might have even been today, on steering. I'll check. I'll definitely check before I do a video on the steering anyway. Just in case it causes people to get sued or uncomfortable emails to be sent. Either way, I like the tech. I like what Keith's done with it. Some things are unsteerable, just like the SB20. Oh! Oh! Sorry, I'm watching myself from someone else steer all over the place. You come and pass me in that Rafa jersey. Oh! Obviously he did. Back to me. Hold the wheel. Hold the wheel. Hold the wheel. We're on. Giddy up, Chris. Alright, one question down. One question answered. So the next one is, when you go to the drop shop today, there's only trikes. No matter what bike you select, you're on the trike. If we go to the jungle, this will be a long ride tonight. If we go to the jungle on this bike, then we swap to the mountain bike. Does it go any faster? Did they program this to override all bike types? Is this maybe a test by Zwift to normalise all the bikes for a day and see how things pan out? I'm just making stuff up, but something we can test. Come at me! We need some kind of weapon. A fun weapon, like a water balloon. Or paintballs. Maybe gels. Make it cycling specific. Let's just throw gels at people or something. They won't want to see my data from today. Why did he ride 20 kilometers along a 10-kilometer stretch of road? Oh, he was riding drunk. We just need to put this through. The rocker plate steering in this thing. Oh, look out! Oh. Super Soaker, there we go. So they do steer. I like it. I like it. I was a bit disappointed seeing the trikes again. We saw them 6 years ago. But this is a bit of fun. Lots more people on these days. Oh, look out. If you're just tuning in to see a runner, we have aliens. Can we run the alien down? We can. Watch out, alien. Here I come. Be funny if the power up just like jetted them up into the sky. You think he's running after the alien ahead there? Maybe. Whew. How does the sprint look like on one of these? Jan. Bloody hilarious. Let's have a look. People make me do sprint training tonight. Watch this. He gets a bit cozy with a stem and unleashes watts. I don't believe running has any power-ups. Oh yeah, rocker plate tonight. Oh, Timothy, a trike downhill party from the top of the Alp would be insane. Seeing 30 or 40 of these zip around those hairpins with no brakes would be quite the sight. Good observation on the look of an avatar. The more realistic the riders are, the more wonky it looks. Absolutely. I was saying before, one thing Zwift got right early on was just the avatar movements right down to the butt cheeks. Seriously, look at them next time. It just moves like a cyclist. But it's also cartoonish enough to go, oh yeah, it's not quite the same. So I'm doing this at the moment on screen here. And we accept that. If they were photorealistic, let's just say that was Tom Boonen with his long neck and head wobbling around, it would look bizarre. So I think they have that, they've got that sorted out. Trike super tuck? I don't think so. There's no waves on the trike, there's no elbow swings. There's none of those. They didn't program in the chicken wings. I doubt there'd be a tuck. Though the irony would be if there was. Today's the day it's banned in UCI races. Max power. Depends on the day, Arthur. Probably 1250, maybe 13 on a good day outdoors. Indoors. Well, I'm just topping 12 at the moment, if that. Not too much. Enough to stress power meters. That's all I need to do. Tom Bidden. I can't say I remember Tom Bidden. Oh. Coming up the inside. Goes for the outside. If I go falling off the screen, you know, I'll still be here, I'll just be on the floor. Whew. Brandon, absolutely. Asiomas, there are a lot of happy Asioma users out there and owners. A lot. Epic KOM. We'll go Epic KOM across the new section of road and into the jungle. Yeah, look, Asiomas, Favero just nailed it. Not their first rodeo, they had the B Pros. Maybe the B Pro 2s? I didn't go down that path. When they came out with the Asiomas, early adopter here, happy to try new things, and they haven't proven themselves to be a bad power meter. I've got lots of power meters that are happy to prove themselves as being a bad power meter. I think the testament there is that they're on a lot of my videos, a lot of my comparative tests. Side by side, a lot of the time with the Powder Max NGco now too. Which is worse, the oversized grips or the wobble? Do a sprint. Oh, Rory, hang on, I'll do a sprint across the bridge. Everyone's getting me to do sprint training tonight because it looks hilarious on this bike. That's a better view. Whew. Sell the virtues of cycling out my way in Ballarat. Daisy, given I cycle indoors most of the time, not really. No, Ballarat has a good cycle culture. It's good. 2 cycling clubs in town. You want a sprint? You want above 1,000 watts? Somebody said before. Let's see what I can do. Okay, 12. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, if you're not a subscriber, you have to subscribe now. Same goes for the rest of you. Whew. All right, let's go climbing. Good stuff, Will, thanks. Let me check the max power on the other meters too. Oh, look out. So what you saw on screen there was from the kick of 5. Pedals registered 1355. I'll go back to the data later. That was a really, really short sprint. You can see here. Look at that, that's tiny. Just a blip. G on the keyboard will bring you that up. The graph down the bottom there. Comes up by default on workout mode, but in free ride, G will do it. Also, up on the keyboard, little graph just there. Enter on that will also do it. What I'd love to see is a shortcut to cancel the chat. If you just want to get your workout done and not be hassled by the general in-game banter, if you could just hit a quick key, or maybe one of these quick icons would be handy for the chat. Whew. J3X3TR _ how you doing, mate? How was your chop? No, Max doesn't have a Strava account. Speaking of accounts, my Twitter account turned 14 today. April 1st, 2007 is when I registered my Twitter account. Probably one of the most smallest followings, actually, on social media. Most of my good work goes on here on YouTube. I think Instagram took over. And let's be honest, a lot of the conversations on Twitter these days aren't the ones that really inspire a lot of this. No idea what will happen to Zwift Hub. No idea. I'll have to put the shout out in a video to see what the alternatives of Zwift Hub are. But great story though. I'll tell that one in a small video this weekend if I can get some time. In short, Zwift Hub, which we've been using to track our route badges, that'll be shutting down at the end of this month. Toby, the web dev, has gotten a job with Wahoo. Sufferfest, technically a competitor of Zwift, which I think is brilliant. Have a passion for something, fill a void that was obviously required. People love the site. I love the site. And maybe if it wasn't Zwift who picked him up, he was noticed, he was seen. And yeah, that kind of talent, you can't train passion. You can certainly hire passion though, and I think they've got the right person there. So good to see. Little spiels up over on zwifthub.com if you just load the site and have a little story that Toby's put up. Cool stuff though. Nothing lasts forever. If it did, I'd still be uploading to GeoCities and we'd all be friends on MySpace. Nah, look, a lot of people are saying Zwift should have picked him up. Maybe Zwift isn't the company for someone like Toby. It's a 9 to 5, if not more. The same old ups and downs as any other company, I'm sure. And as I said over on Reddit, a lot of people are saying, oh, they should buy it, they should integrate it. I do agree, but it's hard for a company to integrate something that was developed in isolation from the business and the business model. Case in point, can anyone guess? Zwift Power, look at that. Developed by external developers, contractors, no, not really contractors, they did their own thing with the API, Later on, I think they worked a little closer with Zwift to get the data. But again, developed in isolation away from the business. And when they've brought it in-house, I mean, I'm still not on Zwift Power, even though I'm a Zwift user, Zwift owns Zwift Power. I have to register an account, put a code after mine. Too hard. Too hard, not doing it. So I think the same goes for Zwift Hub. Brilliant site. But something like that needs to be integrated from the ground up. Though the idea of it should be grabbed with both hands and put in not only the Zwift website, the companion app. So you can load up the companion app before you start, see which routes you've done or not, and go from there. Alright, we're going to take the bypass and head over to the jungle on the Trike. Yeah, Von registered for Zwift Power a while back for something. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have even been Zwift Academy Women's. And holy hell, what a process. This is all bikes today. All bikes are the Trike. Rowdoer. In regards to riding a bike, it's just consistency early on. Training and intervals, whilst there's gains to be made early on, even for a novice, they can be pretty hard. Just enjoy the bikes. Come bypass, go. Just jump on, what I did out in the real world, I found a Sunday bunch ride. I just enjoyed the company, I enjoyed the route. It wasn't about training or intervals. It's just about smashing each other up the hills, which became training and intervals. That's what got me out of bed every Sunday morning, rain, hail or shine, years and years and years ago. And that led me into intervals and competitive cycling and the obsession that it becomes. But just consistency, that's all. If an hour was too much, just, I love trucks coming the other way. 45 minutes and then build it up. Choose a course on Zwift that you set a time on and benchmark yourself. Cycling is brilliant for benchmarking yourself in a lot of different ways. Like how long you can hold your heart rate up, doesn't matter what watts you're doing. Or inversely, put your watts up. How high can you hold the watts? And it's for everyone, no matter if you're a competitive cyclist or anything. Anyone can really sit on a bike and spin. And there's always benefits from that. Life's always better after a ride, always. Unless you fall off. But hey, better than falling off the couch. Could be dangerous. Squirrel. So this way's downhill. We're going to head over to the jungle. We'll get some dirt on the trike. Cheers, Jerry. Bent the skewer. Oof. It happens. My next favourite Zwift world after Watopia. Ooh. I've done Innsbruck in real life. Ray and I, DC Raymaker and I went over and did the Innsbruck course. That was pretty cool. Oh, on the grass. Get off the grass. There we go. Not Richmond, even though it's a good memories on Richmond racing back in Vegas for the CVR World Cup back in 2017, I think it was. Not New York. France is cool. I like France. Though it needs some more shortcuts. So you can make up your own rides like this. Like what we're doing on Mytopia. They should have made Jarvis for a day. Shouldn't they? They should have had Jarvis for a day. Jarvis was the original Zwift Island. Oh, in regards to riding in Ballarat, somebody asked before, sorry. I got sidetracked. Yeah, have a look at the Ballarat Cycling Club. Their Facebook page. Oh, in the fence. Buani, where are you? Been shoved in the fence. Ballarat Cycling Club, Eureka Cycling Club, two of the cycling clubs. Purificati on Richmond. That was one hell of a breakaway. We could not catch him. New York on Zwift, no, it's too busy. Busy, like up and down. I can never work out where north is. It just spins me around too much. The cliff. I can go around the fence. This is like Tony Hawk Pro Zwifter. We're doing Ollie. Ready? Ollie the fence. Nice grind. Kickflip. Wonder if I could kickflip this rocker plate. Woo. Full Gaz did Rainbow Road today. So if you saw their April Fools, that was pretty cool. An actual rideable version of Rainbow Road, Mario Kart on Full Gaz. I believe RGT were doing something similar. I just saw a teaser for RGT. I didn't see what they've done yet though. Another broken collarbone coming for sure. All right. See, if I talk about the rocker plate out of the saddle, I've got to fight it. See, it wants to flop to the wrong side. Feels like stepping in a bath of jelly. So you have to artificially fight it. Holy, what the just happened then? I just got Brazilianed. What? What was that? It's pretty funny, but they weren't there just before. Did they just pop up on everyone else too? Stop me talking about rocker plates. Brazil, what's going on? Tour of Watopia? No. It doesn't go this route. What is this? What do we get tied up in? Is that... Because we're before the start pen. Oh, I can actually make use of the... So we're before... There's something happening. There's an event of some type. But it's before the start pens, though. Is it a keep together workout? No, they haven't got... No idea. That's one hell of a meetup. Yeah, bizarre. They just came out of nowhere. Now, if they were coming out just above me then, if they come out of the starting pens, cool. I've got steering on, so. Chan, these are the April Fool's bikes we've all been assigned today. Oh, I've got to get my ride-ons happening here. I can get some epic ride-ons with this many people around. I'll give them the draft. Where do you think they're heading? Up the Alp? Very strange. And notice, here's the hard part. I can't ask. Oh, I could type in, I guess, if they spoke English. I'm sure they all do. But on a normal ride outdoors, you're like, hey guys, what's going on? It's, oh, this is the Audax. Okay, cool, yeah. Whereas here, I'm like, it's like zombies. They're all very quiet. There's no chat either. Yeah, see, no event. Given where they all started, I'll only have a guess that that was a meetup. Somebody said before in the chat, a massive meetup. Because they all just seem to appear and start. But it was kind of spooky. I was like, there was no one around. Now Brazil has taken. So you can do a Brazilian bingo. Don't look that up on Urban Dictionary. I'm sure it's something different. But a bingo is where you get all the same flags on the side there. Huh. To the dirt. Let's go, trikes. And it does look cool that there's lots of trikes in the dirt. Where do they all come from? Just gonna bank some ride-ons. Okay, that's a cool shot. Ah, the little things. See, they've all got, well, some of them have screens. And we'll be able to see, using the map above, to the side, where they're heading. Okay, so that's taking me, I want to go normal jungle. Kenny, these bikes are auto-assigned today for April Fools. So if you jump on and ride Zwift, this is what you're on. Go Zwift dropped into your stream? That's special. I saw them drop into a stream the other night and ask the same thing just as the rider was getting off. It's pretty funny. It was like, hey guys, tell us what you'd like to see in Zwift. We're all like, see ya, bye. We all left. Just a timing thing. Why is there so many? Let's get back to me. Ali, I'm good, mate. Oh, by the way, private chats go public on live stream too. How does it feel like to ride outdoor and indoor? Look, riding indoors is still a little different to outdoors. You don't have the wind in your hair. I guess I don't have the wind in the hair outdoors either. But trainers are getting better. They're getting better. The actual ride feel, the gears. Now we have like interactive resistance. We can ride our bikes, or the smart bikes can be adjusted to our fitting. What happens when you sprint? Sean, I'm glad you asked. Let's have a look, because it's bloody hilarious. There's a bit of this action going on with the top tube. I'm not sure I could sprint in that position. Oh, spaceman. Okay, so the runners tonight, if you haven't seen them yet, is the April Fools. There's one of them. There's a couple of different spacesuits they're wearing. Now, are they going up the Alp? This bike doesn't really feel that slow on dirt. 40 k's now, I guess it's -3%. No wheel spin on the trikes. No, they've got good traction. Possibly even traction control here on the Tron trike. Will the Brazilians go up the Alp? That is the question. Lots of questions tonight. Have to keep ourselves amused. I think they might be going up the Alp. For sure it's a Brazilian here on Zwift. Look at all the flags. BR Esports Riders Fez wheels come through with the goods. We've found where they are. And I'm seeing more. You can see just above me here. We're seeing more riders go up the Alp than not. Now what I'll do, I'll turn towards the Alp and I'll click through a few riders and maybe we can get one flying down on these bikes and we'll see how hilarious that is. My words aren't working after those sprints. I'll tell you what, if I was sprinting like that, my voice would be a lot higher after those sprints. Esport racing drivers use Zwift to keep fit. Now that's an area that I thought Zwift would really be hiring from. The car racing esports games have been around for years and years and years. Dealing with, yeah, they all are. They're going up the Alp. I'm not going all the way up. Racing sims, car racing sims have dealt with position, timing, all of those issues for years and years and years. Something that Zwift is continuing to work on. Come and ride in Melbourne. What do we do in Melbourne? Mount Pleasant Loop. Head out to St Andrews, King Lake. Don't say the Dandenongs, they're too busy. I am, only for a little bit. So what we'll do... Hey, look out. So now, look how slow they're going. Right, so the trick is, can I... Oh, I've got too many buttons. I keep pressing the steering, hoping it's going to change my gears, and it doesn't. Now, if I can get a little way... There's the creeper cam. Yeah, I joined. There's just a billion Brazilians just showed up on the screen, and they're all heading up the Alps. So what I want to do is see if I can... sorry, Von's next to me. Hi, Von.
Hello.
Click through people in the view, and then maybe use that U-turn to see someone coming down on the trike, flat out. I don't want to ride to the top to go down flat out. We might not be able to get too far up, though, with your rider list. It's only giving me a shorter rider list here.
It's ridiculous.
Good luck to anybody getting to the top, though, on the trike. Oh, look, it's a spaceman. Or person. Good shot, that one. Look at that cadence. Nkara. Grind. 21 RPM. Oh, my knees. My knees. Now, what I'm hoping is to grab something like that. There we go. That's exactly what I was hoping to get.
That's cool.
Gplama flying around those corners. That in a group would be hilarious. There we go. Now this isn't me, this is just a fan view. Whoa! The trike's lean too. We got that right. Oh, anybody feeling? Oh! I'm gonna fall off this rocker plate in a moment. Need some gins mowing on that corner. It even lifts a wheel, really. Let's have a look on the corners. Not slowing down, 375 watts. In fact, 375 watts, continuing to hold 375 watts. Good bot, good bot. Have a ride on bot. Ah, lovely, thank you. And here come the Brazilians. So the question is, what do you get? Look at them all, that's awesome. Look at the massive line of them. There's heaps. All right, it's exactly what I wanted to see. Looks like someone's going for the Tron bike. My professional opinion of the what's coming from that, it's not the kicker. The kicker, even in erg smooth mode, will still bounce. Just a little bit. I don't know why that's locked on the 375. All I can assume that's it's Z power for a start. From an unsupported trainer that's calibrated, miscalibrated through the roof. They still appear to be pedaling because the RPMs are going up and down. It's hard to have a bot do that. Well, it's more difficult to have a bot do that than just lock into wattage. But that power number is sus. Sus as sus can be. Or did we just stumble across the account that's offering Tron bikes on eBay? I'm going to get in trouble, aren't I? Let's go back to the dirt. How far did I get? Not even to the first corner. There's lots of them. Can we steer into them? Steering's still working. Fantastic. Carnival. Must be. What do you get at the top? Do you get the milestones or do you get the something else? You'd feel pretty horrible to get the gloves at the top after riding up on a on one of these trikes. We'll jump into the drop shop in a second. I'll show you the drop shop wheel area has been looted. There are no wheels. Cycling CB, I am well, thank you. Getting my K's in here tonight. After missing out on my ride outdoors today. Good day outdoors, but just finishing up the video that went out a few hours ago. No unlocks on the bike, just jump on today and ride, and you will have the three-wheeler. We passed 150,000 subs on YouTube the other day too, that was nice. Another small milestone there. So if you are a subscriber, thank you very much for being a part of that. There's a few subscribers that have been on for 4 or 5 years, I think. I see how long you've been a subscriber for in the comments list. And that's pretty cool. If you're not a subscriber, do hit that subscribe button. It does help out. Earlier in the year, it's a tough gig on YouTube. You can put out a ton of content, but it's sort of in a shoulder period. There's not a lot of people are riding indoors. Now people are heading outdoors. So videos will do well for about 24 hours and then bang, the channel will sink. So you just got to keep uploading, But hopefully you enjoy my videos. Some people do. Whew. Well, as I said before, my Twitter account turned 14 today. That's nuts. Never a TikTok account, no, never. Somebody has Gplama on TikTok and it's not me. And I'm totally okay with that. My second place to follow me would be over on Instagram. Always something happening over on Instagram. Where are we? You won't ever get a... I mean, there's some sort of behind-the-scenes stuff, so you'll know what's coming. Getting tagged quite a bit for embargo breaking requests and things. Like, what's new coming out? Can you let me know? We can't... We'll never talk. You'll never get a leak out of the content creators that you know. But the other day... See, so the KOM rocker was... There we go. Which was in the video that I put out just the other day, so you knew that was coming. What else? This was this morning, so again, I guess you would have known this was coming. It's me on the start line for a race that I joined today. I wasn't assigned the normal bike. Okay, now I want to do a speed test here somewhere. To see, okay, so jungle lit, let's go at 200 watts. No, that doesn't work, does it? Everyone in their tax jerseys. Oh, Wahoo up the back. Anyhow, hit me up on Instagram. See a few things there. The Commander, there we go. That's what I'm riding right now for the steerer. I haven't done a video on the Commander just yet. Still testing it out. And steering around, but... if I uploaded less, would you still get a notification as a subscriber? You should. Notifications are weird. I turn most of my own notifications off. I'm subscribed to a few channels. But I do check my subscriber video feed quite regularly. Another national group. What is it? Slow... What's that flag? Somebody help me out here. My flags are bad. Is it Slovakia? Slovenia? Is it Chile? Oh, yes. I'm good with flags that are mostly blue. Australia, New Zealand, Fiji. That's about it. Yes, I am on the rocker plate. Can't you tell? You can't see my handlebars, but I do get louder here. And probably less louder over here. Now, let's go and have a look in the drop shop. T for the drop shop. I don't know why T. Wheels today. We've been robbed. There's no wheels in the drop shop today. All we have is the one bike trike. So no wheels, all gone. Can't even spend my drops. Good day to save. That's got to be uncomfortable on the knees. Bike-wise though, bikes still exist. But if I was to purchase that, I can't see what bike I'm purchasing because it's just... So they all switch to... They're all the... It just changes colour a little bit. That's about it. So the drop shop today is pretty much rendered useless. We can do different things like that. So that's the wheels are gone, the bikes are all gone. And any bikes that I do own, no matter which one I select, it all goes to the Cannondale trike. They're all the same. My question was though early on, if we switch this to a mountain bike, is it faster on the dirt? This one. Why is red not red? Why is blue not blue? Where's red? Of course! The red aqua. Okay, so technically I'm on the mountain bike. Crikey. Now I have the Tron version. See, the rider behind me doesn't have the Tron version. I wonder if they don't have the Tron. Am I automatically assigned the Tron? Now I need some kind of... 4% at 200 watts. Gets me 13k an hour. Probably not a good test though, is it really? Okay, so 200 watts up here. $14, 15 k's an hour, 16 k's an hour. Okay, very rough speed test. Yeah, it must auto-assign Tron if you have the Tron bike. So unfortunately, Simon Schofield won't be getting this bike today. Oh, come on, Simon, you can do it. Okay, so that was with the mountain bike. That was very slow though. That was super slow. Hang a U-turn, back to the shop. Wait till we come to a stop. Change the frame back to... So that should have been faster. Not the drop shot. Should have been faster on the dirt, but it really wasn't. So I guess the slowest on the dirt is going to be probably one of the time trial. But no, I'll go to just a standard roadie. Hey, our colours are back. SL7. Okay, so again, 200 watts. Thereabouts. Up, up, up. No, it's about this. I wouldn't call that any faster. What was that 1k an hour difference? But the watts were up a little higher and lower. It's a lot more noticeable under normal circumstances when you're on the road bike versus the mountain bike. Yeah. I think what they've done is just given that bike across the board the same attributes. All right. For those people who haven't seen the sprint, we'll get another sprint in. I hope he's got chamois cream on. That's gotta hurt. I don't think there's a super tuck. We saw the guy doing the downhill before. He was pedaling though. Or something was pedaling. No super tuck. Alright. Okay, I'm going to go across the new section of the dirt. We'll get to 40k's and call it a day. I've had my own questions answered. That being, does it support steering? Yes, it does. We have the stereo and the trikes steer. What was the other one? Quick raw testing of, is it faster on dirt? Selecting the mountain bike version of this. The answer was no. They all appear to be the same. Yeah, so that head wobble's about how I'm feeling about now. Whatever. Just get it done. Ugh. No waves or other gestures. It's a pretty lonely trike out there. Where's those Brazilians? They're all up the hill, aren't they? There was a lot of Brazilians. Hey, bro. So I do hope they repurpose these into hand cycles or recumbents or something. I'd be all for that. I mean, we have runners on course. Why can't we have hand cyclists? A lot of people use Zwift indoors with their hand cycles. I've seen Alex Welsh, who's now up in Queensland, I think he mounts his kicker upside down for the hand cycle. Brilliant solution. I got company. Crash. Chop, chop, chop. Oh, inside line. Oh, I missed it. Can I get the inside line? I can. Go with the steering. I can't cut back. No. There we go. Good racing. So that's with the stereo. That's kind of handy. That is very handy. What's the sprint look like from this angle? Too many sprints. Like staring at the top tube, that's a Froomy sprint. The head from all angles, you're not wrong. Whew. Music while training, absolutely. If I'm not streaming, it's commercial music. The music, if you can hear it in the background, is royalty free. Oh, over the edge. Whatever gets you motivated. AC/DC does well. Try and match the wobble. Oh, actually, I can't do it. No, the rocker plate isn't quick enough. All right, we'll go to 40Ks and call it a day. But that has been a bit of fun. Tangling handlebars. What's for the final kilo? No, I've done too many sprints as it is. No, cool down. Whilst chopping wheels of people who want to ride with me. The question is, which way do we go? I think we'll go left. I think left is still downhill a little. I know right's uphill. Good. Is it downhill? Yes, it is downhill a little bit. Good gamble. Good gamble. Thanks, Jack. There's a few videos to watch there for sure. I think last count was 1,200 videos. Hopefully I'll get to 1,200 more. Might take a few extra years. Do I like Trek them onto SL bikes? I don't really know them, to be honest. I'm more into the group sets than a frame. Easter weekend to get on Zwift, good timing. There'll be a lot of people on. All over any time of day there'll be somebody to ride with. If you want to try the events, the Dark Shadow, any of the Tour of Watopia events, there will be hundreds, if not thousands, in each of those events. And one trick for a new Zwifter is to enter an event, you've got to actually start a ride before you can actually jump into the start pens. It's kind of weird. Us who have been around Zwift for a lot of years, we're used to it. But yeah, just watch that. You can't drop straight into the event from the main screen. Sir Digby, absolutely. I've mentioned a few times in the stream that I do hope to see these bikes repurposed, or at least the avatars or something repurposed as hand cycles in the game. I think we'll finish up in the tunnel. Maybe. Maybe. So there we are. 40Ks on the Trike. We'll go to the arch. We'll aim for a landmark. We'll get through the archway. On Easter, I'm going to be outdoors. We've got a couple of really nice days here. I should have been out today. Oh. Hey, runner. If you haven't seen the runners, that's what they're looking like today. One of the many. Oh, are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? That's what they're looking like today. What is the bike? It's an April Fool's big wheeler with its wonky wheels and air intakes of some type. There we go. All right, we'll call it a day there. Thank you everybody for the company. We answered a few questions there. The bikes do steer if you have steering. They the rolling resistance doesn't appear to be any different. So if you're going in the jungle, just keep riding the jungle. Don't worry about swapping the bikes to the... you can't really swap the bikes, but you can select the bike and it still gives you the same. I thought it might have changed the attributes of the bike. It didn't. What else? That's about it. And if you're riding one of these, do a sprint. It looks hilarious. Anyway, everybody, thanks for the company. As always, give this a thumbs up if you found it interesting or it's killed some time for you. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as well to be alerted of new videos coming up soon. Last video went out a few hours ago about this rocker plate and a few Zwift tactics thrown into the mix. The video became a bit of a mixed bag of things. I did set out to check to see if the calibration of the Kicker 5 wasn't thrown off by the rocker plate, so I answered that one whilst having a bit of fun on the bike too. Alrighty everybody, have a happy and safe Easter if I don't see you between now and after Easter, and go nuts on the chocolate. Eat heaps of chocolate. Ride Zwift, eat chocolate, life's good. See you next time.